Były funkcjonariusz CIA Glenn Korn powiedział prawdę o rosyjskiej dezinformacji.
Retired CIA Senior Intelligence Service Officer Glenn Korn. Professor Korn held senior leadership positions within the CIA and is a graduate of multiple specialized training programs in the fields of intelligence, security, adult education and training, and executive leadership. He is a 34-year veteran of the U.S. intelligence and foreign affairs communities. Professor Korn served abroad for over 20 years in Eurasia, the Middle East, and South Asia. Professor Korn has a master's degree in Russian language and literature from American University and a bachelor's degree in Russian studies from Hofstra University and graduated from the U.S. Army Russian Institute. He has held key leadership roles throughout his career, including Chief of Station/Executive Leader in Eurasian and Middle Eastern countries, Deputy Assistant Director of Operations for the Geographic Mission Center, and Chief of Department at the Counterterrorism Center. His contributions have been recognized with prestigious awards such as the Director CIA Award and the Director of National Intelligence Award.
Professor Korn, it's a great pleasure to have this conversation with you today. You have a very much extensive experience, and your career spans over 3 decades in intelligence. And probably before we dive into the complex topic of the Russian operations, that would be a pleasure for our audience to hear your path to the CIA. How did you evolve from the working underground operative to the leadership position? So could you tell us about that?
Yeah, thank you for having me as a guest, and it's great to be here. I would add that in addition to intelligence, there was a lot of diplomacy in there as well. So how did I start? I was a Russian language and literature major in college in New York in the 80s, and I was very interested in Russian history, at that time Soviet history, based on some family connections and family history, and Russian literature. I was a big fan of Russian. I was just telling a group of students at the Institute of World Politics where I teach, Dr. Zhivago was one of my main motivators when I read that book as a young person. So anyway, I studied Russian. I was originally, when I graduated from college, I went to work for the Army, for an intelligence unit in the Army. This is at the end of the Cold War, still during the Cold War. And then I did that for a number of years. And then I went to work for the State Department and was with the State Department for a number of years. And then I joined the CIA.